Alright, today we're going to be doing a little bit of a starter guide for the Assassin. If you saw the other video, I did a kind of practice run of just starting the season out. This is going to be a little bit slower than that. That was me just trying to go as fast and as far as possible in as little amount of time. This one is going to be kind of talking about the different things that I'm looking for, different things that I'm doing, and why I'm doing them. So obviously you're going to play an Assassin. Tutorial. For all I know, I misspelled that, but we're going to hop in here. So first thing we're going to see is we're going to go to our skills tab. So we got some martial arts here, which is kind of in-game builds that you'll go into. You can do it early, it's just not as good. Shadow Discipline is just some of your kind of boosts. You've got really powerful burst of speed early on. You've got Fade that you can get, and then you've got your traps. So traps is what I'm going to be focusing on. We're going to start with Fire Blast because it's a level 1 ability. So as we level up, we're just going to put our first couple points into this. One, because it's a powerful ability, it's got AoE, it does 3.3 yards, so you can kind of kill groups of enemies quickly. But you can also see here, at the bottom of this, it says Fire Blast plus 10% fire damage per level. So every point we put into this also is going to boost our Wake of Fire later. So that's kind of our goal, is to go Wake of Fire into around 30 to 40 level. So with that, we're looking for a couple of things. We're looking for, as we play, we're looking for anything with increased attack speed, because it's going to help us drop our traps faster. But we're also going to be looking for, once we get to the Black Marsh, we're going to be looking for some runes in the Forgotten Tower. So to start off, if you wanted to, you can talk to Akara. Obviously, we're going to go just with what we've got on this character. We're not going to take anything from our previous stuff. But she's got some stuff in here you can look at. One of the things we're going to be looking for later on is this 2 open socket staff here. It's going to be nice. You can make a rune word called Leaf using Tyr and Rao in that order. It's going to give you plus to your fire skills. That includes your fire trap skills. So that's going to be nice to boost our damage. Unfortunately, obviously, we don't have any money right now, so we can't buy that, but there's a couple in there. You can check a car later for those. And again, with nothing on them, $270. Not expensive at all. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to see our little exit here on the bottom left. I did drop my buckler. I don't know if that's still a thing anymore. I've heard that it's not, but sometimes you would get just hit in your block frames. It's just kind of like a faster thing. You don't really care about getting hit and blocking at this point. So I'm currently, I would say, if you're able to, do players 8. If you just want to kind of take it slow and do what you got to do, players 1 is fine. The only reason I say players 8, which I don't know if you saw the command there, slash players, it's 1 through 8. So 1 is just you playing by yourself, and this is to mimic how many people are in your game. Players 8, all that does is make the enemy stronger, but it also boosts your XP. You see the bar at the bottom, getting significantly more per kill. And this early on in the game, it's still relatively easy to just smack a couple of dudes. Another tactic for just going quicker if you want to start getting better and faster at kind of playing the game so you can kind of progress quicker is going to be just early tactic. You'll see that this kind of splits up a bit. This is more of a loop. This is a bad one because this one goes opposite directions of each other, but we're going to check this just for a second, see if, here it is, Den of Evil. We're going to always do the Den of Evil, +1 to skill, or plus to skill point is always nice. So we're going to open a portal there. What that's going to do is when we go to the Cold Plains, the waypoint in the Cold Plains is always directly at the entrance. So you don't have to go searching for it, you don't have to run around the entire map. So we're basically going to do portal here, run to the Cold Plains because you can follow the path straight there. There's no searching you really have to look for. And then from there we're going to use the portal in town to get back to the Den of Evil to finish that. Now single player, it's a little bit easier because like after you do that you can just save quit. We'll get there in a minute, but as of right now, or at least that practice character, I was trying to play it almost as if I was playing online because that's what I was practicing for. But yeah, nothing crazy. I would always grab some armor. Armor is the fumigation potions, strangling gas potions. Those things will sell for decent money. You'll have a free light mana pot early on. Superior armor might sell for a bit as well. Throw it on for now. But yeah, so we're going to leave that portal there for later use. We're going to run and just follow this path here. Again, stats are kind of just as you want. Early game, it's kind of whatever you need as you need it. So if I'm like, hey, I'm dying really quickly, you know, I want to get life, or hey, I'm running out of mana with my my fire blasts, like maybe I'll throw some more points into energy. It's kind of just as you feel early on. Later on, obviously, you're trying to do just enough strength for gear, just enough dexterity for gear, and then working towards getting as much life as possible. You want to be as tanky as you can be. Just follow this path. Should hit the edge of the Bloodmoor here in a bit. You'll see Flavi. I would also recommend, if you see any zombies, just if they're a little bit out of the way, go ahead and knock those out. They give you just an insane amount of XP early on in the game. As well as if you are playing on Players 8, your drops and chests and stuff are going to be significantly better, and or in the amount. Alright, so we got the Cold Plains waypoint. We're going to walk this way. We don't really have to talk to Akara, but I'm going to sell and see if she's got that staff still, or if she's got one similar. But you see this armor I picked up. Normal leather armor, 200 gold. This one is ethereal, so it's not going to sell for as much. Javelin's so good. The fulminating potion's so good. Yes, you can go get a granola bar, baby. No, thank you. So we're going to run over here. Go back to that Bloodmoor waypoint or TP that we put up earlier, and we're going to Den of Evil. I probably should have done this
So
before.
dark.
I recommend going
Perfect.
players 1 for Den. Yes, it's still good XP at players 8, but you want to get through this as quick as possible because it's basically just extra. You see, these guys are still a little tanky to kill because they're still technically players 8. They're walking. But again, still good XP. Got that one. So we're currently level 4, so our next point's going to go into Claw Mastery. What that's going to be for is basically a prerequisite for Burst of Speed. We're going to get Burst of Speed at level 6, so the level before, we're going to put that 1 point into Claw Mastery so that we can get Burst of Speed at 6, and have to work our way to it afterwards. We got a pretty decent den so far, other than the fact that all of these tanky guys are still players 8, but we haven't had very many of these devil attacks, which is super nice because that way we can just clear as quick as possible. With these guys, I recommend running to the Shaman first. Go ahead and take him out. He was players 1, you can see. Go ahead and kill those guys. Again, trying to group those up, using the Fire Blast to just hit all of them all at once. You see, we got that cleared, got that cleared. Our goal here is to clear every enemy, so kill all enemies in the den. It's our first little task from Akara. Love a good ring with really much nothing. We're going to sell that when we get to town, but we'll wear it for now. Why not get the bonus? You see, we're kind of a lot stronger than we should be just because we were playing on players 8. We're already level 4. At this point, you're usually level 2, 3. You got one. Okay, no more, okay? Okay. So just go ahead, smacking dudes. So these guys were close enough to this area here that guy, you can see he was also level players 8. Taking a few more hits. These guys might be players 1. So 2 hits there, yeah, players 1. Go ahead and kill that shaman. Grab that armor, like I said, they'll sell for decent money. We're gonna wanna. What's funny is I sold all that stuff and I never even bought it. I didn't check the staff or anything like that. Did the opposite of what I said I was doing. So you see we're running low on stamina here. What we're gonna do is put it in walk mode. I have that hotkey to mouse 4. Just make it easier for me so I'm not like trying to find the R button. Just get a little bit of stamina. Clear this out. Walk at the boss here. We'll just stand right in front of him because we're level 4, so it's not doing too much to us.
I need mana.
See if he drops anything good. So, ooh, rare boots. It's always nice. Got a reju potion. If we wanted to, we could sell that. Or if you're playing hardcore, you could always keep those. Those are super helpful. I'm trying to think. No, it's sorceress that I did my hardcore clear on. Those redos go in handy. So see here, the light comes into the den. We've cleared it all. You can check your
The
missions here.
rogue's
Turn to
test
a car.
is done.
We did luckily find another town portal along the way, so we'll just stay here and use that. Otherwise, you can just save quit and you'll come back to town a little faster than having to run all the way. So this being rare, I am going to go ahead and identify it, see if it rolls anything good. It does 270 sell, but 5 lightning res. Maybe if it had some run walk on it, I'd keep them. Don't know if this is going to be worth it, probably not. It was. I like that. Alright, so what we're going to do now is do what we did earlier, or said we were going to do earlier. We're check for a, boom, easy, 2 open socket staff, 160 bucks. Super cheap, it's all we're looking for. I like to grab these books now, fill up what I can. You don't need to fill it up all the way, but I'm kind of doing alright. I don't really need any of those potions right now. I'm just kind of punching guys. Like I said, we're level 5. We're going to put into Claw Mastery for 1 point. That way, you can see the arrow here. This is a prerequisite for this skill. So if we turn level 6, we can't just put points in here, even though it says require level 6. You have to be level 6 and have 1 point into the previous skill following that arrow. So, for example, if I wanted to go all the way down here to Death Sentry, I would have to follow the arrows up all the way up to here. So I had to get 1 to Fire Blast, 1 to here, 1 to here, 1 to here, and then I could put 1 into Death Sentry. You can see sometimes there's 2 things required for a skill, so if you wanted to get Blade Sentry, you'd have to put 1 into Blade Sentinel, 1 into Fire Blast, 1 into Wake of Fire, and then you could get Blade Fury. So you just gotta kind of think about that as you're playing along to see, hey, like, do I have the skills required for this once I turn that level? Just makes it a little easier. So next level will be 6, or will be, so that was our extra point. I should put that into Fire Blast, but we'll do our next one to that. My mind, I leveled up, but yeah, so we'll put 1 more point into Fire Blast since we've got an extra level. And then we'll move on to Burst of Speed. Burst of Speed is going to be our main target for a little while. I think 3 or 4 levels is kind of recommended, basically right before you get to, especially level 6, level 10, so you get 4 or 5 points into it. Gives you to that increase speed, the increased attack speed, which again correlates to throwing your traps faster. So faster clear speed means faster playing. So we got 4 points into Fire Blast. Our next point is going to be into Burst of Speed. You can notice I haven't put any points into my stats. I haven't really needed them. I'm going to throw a couple into Vitality, a couple into Energy since I'm using those. And then later, we do have a base 20 stat for a larger belt later on. We're going to need 25, so I'll probably put my next point there just to have that made and not worried about it later. Or I forget about it and I'm there and I can't use the thing I want to use. You'll see this a little different if you've watched the previous Assassin video where I practiced at the start. I'm not killing these guys as quickly as I was in there, even though I am higher level. The only reason because they're players 8 and they're significantly harder to kill. Especially later on in the game, you'll see me switch probably back to players 3 or 4. So I'm still getting that increased XP a little bit, but also able to kill them in an efficient manner. Try to group these guys up. Nice, we got a free sash. There's one there as well. I love you too. I wouldn't focus too much on these enemies unless they are grouped up. Like, don't waste your time running around in circles. I am playing. Okay. So we're just killing things. The cave is just an extra area you can go to. If you wanted to run in there, I believe there's you also see I'm focusing on the enemies that have colored names. I'll show you once we get into one. I've kind of forgot to mention that, but you'll see there are champions, and then there are kind of mini bosses. So these are normal. You'll see I kind of like flick my mouse over to hover. That one said minion somewhere, I thought. Maybe I'm putting these big boots out. Seeing things. Town portal, throwing knife sells pretty good. So we'll move on to the stony. Oh, we found the burial ground. God dang it. You can go to the burial ground. You'll kill Blood Raven there. That'll allow you to hire a mercenary, the archer. She is decent. She, will help you kill things a little quicker. I usually don't. You can just hire her later on once you hit level 9, I believe, is the kind of cap for it. So you don't actually need to kill her if you don't want to. I do have a friend who is notorious for killing her every single time. So we'll run along. These guys are pretty fast, so they'll kind of keep up with us. Perfect. XP shrines are great. It's just going to give you the extra boost. Get a charm. Interesting. I usually don't pick up large charms unless it's really normal, so we'll grab this one. You see this little thing below me, that's because I still have burst of speed active. This does give you attack speed, run walk speed, and it lasts for 2 minutes. Super nice. We're going to try to find some groups of these guys just because we have the XP shrine. Waste it. Kill them. We'll grab an eagle orb in case it's got plus to skills. That'll be worth some money. Awesome. You see this one is a little tricky in the cold plains because there's 2 exits. This one's the burial grounds, one to the stony field. We were just looking for the stony field. For this, we're going to kill Rikinshu. He's the guy who guards the stones. Overburdened. Go make a little room. So he guards the stones. Our goal with that is going to be basically kill him now and just get it out of the way, but also like we're going to be coming back for it anyway. So that, and he's one of those kind of unique enemies that we want to kill, the unique bosses that we want to kill for that extra XP. So he will give, him and his minions will give 500% XP per kill. So if I killed a normal devilkin in this area, I would get, let's say, 1 XP. If I killed him or any of his minions, I would get 8 XP. So it's just a little bit of a boost to that XP drop, which is just going to be super helpful, especially on players 8. We're getting already a boost in our XP. You'll see you follow the path, you'll end up finding it just off the side a little bit. So we'll kill these guys. You have to be careful though, he's usually lightning enchanted. With his minions, he will shoot charge bolts out every time he hits. So just gotta be careful. It's interesting, we're finding a lot of jewelry this time around. So I'm going to check that cap out down there. So it drops gray. You see he does a lot of damage. He is still a devilkin, so he's a carver, but when you kill any of them, they get scared and they run away. So just be wary, keep your distance if you can. Obviously, if you're new to it, I would say do it on a little bit of a lower player count. Doing this a bit, so I am comfortable doing this. That doesn't mean I'm not going to die. Before doing this. He's almost dead. I'm going to try to just tank him. Easy.
I can't carry
some more
anymore.
jewelry. We love getting jewelry. Grab some mana pots. We're gonna clear this up. I want to see what this cap is. So we are also looking for some other ones later on that are 2 open socket caps. It is not, unfortunately. Specifically because we can make a rune word called lore. That's just gonna give us another plus to skills, some mana, stuff like that. So this is the exit. What do I want to do? I'm gonna do a portal here for later, and then we're gonna run through the underground, which I like to do at players 1. I do have plus to skill, did I not put that in? Cool. Let's grab that burst of speed. We're pretty much only going to kill bosses in this area, especially since we're at players 1. There's not really a reason to kill them, other than the fact if they get in the way. If they body block, we'll kill them. There's a little boss back here I'll run up to. Just kill them 1 because they could have something decent, maybe. Does not look like anything crazy. But also just because increased XP even at players 1 at this point is good for us. So these are the champions. You'll see champion, berserker, champion. These are the blue named enemies. These guys are worth 33% XP, as opposed to the 8 that the enemy is worth. A unique and there. I would be weary later on if you find any archer packs that are champions and or unique enemies. Be very careful. They are insanely strong throughout pretty much the entire game, no matter what difficulty you're in. So we end up finding underground passage level 2. That means we have gone the wrong way. So we're going to backtrack a little bit, see if there's any detours off to the side here. We might need to go all the way down to this area of the map, but it might be right over here. The caves are hard to read. There is a way to read maps based on tile placements. It's relatively easy once you get the hang of it. The caves I still struggle with. Just a massive pack. So why not? Here we are. So we're in the Darkwood. Our goal here is to not only find the tree that's going to allow us to do the stones, which is part of a mission that I have not selected yet. I haven't talked to the people yet. I think it's Akara again that will give that to you, either that or it's it was probably a car. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who it might have been, but basically we're just gonna run around the edge of the map. So you see the wall here. We're just gonna run around that. This is where most maps that you play in any act,
I can't carry
you're gonna be
anymore.
finding your waypoints. You're gonna be finding your exits, obviously, but you're gonna be finding waypoints. You're gonna be finding any special things that you need, whether it be the Forgotten Tower. Ooh, that's close. We're gonna run over. We're gonna find this waypoint, and then we're just gonna call that a quick and basic tutorial to getting just started on the assassin. Like I said, you're gonna do your next point into burst of speed. Get that up through level 10. Once you are level 10, so next 2 points until you have 5 total. Here's that waypoint we're talking about. This is so that we can go back to town, do the portal to the stones. You do need to find the tree first, but kind of quick, 1 to level 8.
Good evening.
Easy. I'll throw some points into here again. Yeah, so easy stuff. You're looking for just stuff to sell early on because you don't have any money and you want to be able to buy that staff that you need. You want to be able to afford potions, stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and look at some of these. That was a unidentified one. Garbage. Don't know why you picked that up. Garbage. Any good stats on this? Life and mana. We'll keep that. That's not too bad. Throw that away. Throw that away. Throw that away. That away. And that away. Cool. Sell those. You can keep gems if you want. Sell the chipped ones right now just because I don't really need them. Yeah, you see we've got 5k. Got enough to buy potions. Gonna have to do kind of anything we need to do. But that's kind of early into Act 1. Yeah, just a quick tutorial. I appreciate you watching.